Previously on X-Men.
With the new MCU characters coming out and being recasted from their old Fox franchise and also the new remake of the DCEU, we have a whole bunch of castings that we would love to see come from both ends.
Yeah, I want to call it dream casting, fan casting. You know, like we sat here for a good hour, like just coming up with ideas of who would be good for who. And this list is, if we got to cast a movie, who would be in it?
Right. And obviously, like I'm kind of reiterating my intro, is the fact that James Gunn is now in control of the DCU. We are wiping out the whole DCEU, which is going to be nice. He's going to start on a new slate. So some of these are going to be kind of casting of what we wish what we hope he does as far as casting characters in DC.
Well, and there's somebody like me that's a DC fanboy that's not happy with what he's doing. You know, like it's great that there's a plan now, but. You know, like one of my favorite ones, I don't care what anybody thinks. Black Adam was amazing, and Black Adam's not going to be part of it now.
Right.
You know, and the Batfleck's not going to be part about it. Not going to be a part of it at all now. But we're going to see.
They have him as a director, so he's going to be helping direct some DC things.
Yeah, but you know, he is going to be in the Flash movie.
Yep.
You know, so but going forward from there, we're probably looking with Michael Keaton and Robert Pattinson, which. I don't hate. Well, and if you guys know me at all, you know, like Batman's my boy. You know, So where do we want to start with it? Just our first fan pick.
I'm obviously going to start on the DC route. I mean the Marvel route. First person I think about that I think is I hope they don't miss this opportunity is we have Spider-Man 4 coming out with Tom Holland. In my opinion, he's the perfect cast for Spider-Man. Besides that point, I would love to see a Sandman played by John Cena.
That would be so dope, man. But homeboy that played him in the Tobey Maguire movie was pretty fucking on point, too.
Yeah, for sure. I just think John Cena, he fits the build of the gentleman in the comics.
And then, like,
put a striped shirt on that motherfucker. He's Sandman.
Yeah. You just give him that square haircut, you know what I mean? Man. Hand me a pencil, brah. I need to mark off what we're talking about. Yeah, so John Cena as Sandman, like I love that because like I think he would do. You know, he loves comic books, so like look at him as Peacemaker.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, dude, like Here's the thing: is it's a weird thing for me to admit, but Peacemaker was a character I was unfamiliar with, which is very rare for me.
Yeah,
you know, and then Suicide Squad hit the scene. I was like, this is dope. And then I did my research, and the thing is the Cena character is not even close to.
He's not. So he's more serious in the comics. In the comics, he's very serious. He's not joking.
He's like, if I had to eat a whole beach full of dicks to preserve peace, I would do it. Yeah. But yeah, so John Cena as Sandman, I'm about it.
Absolutely. What about you,
dude? Clint Eastwood as the Wolverine. You know, we kind of have a couple ideas on this one, but like 1967, 1968, 1970, Dirty Harry version, Dirty Harry era of Clint Eastwood. Right. Fucking Logan all day, bro. You got to ask yourself, punk, do I feel lucky? Well, do you? You know, like, come on, man. Yeah. With the squint and the cigar. Yeah, you know, that's the Wolverine.
That aesthetic's definitely there.
And then the one that you said was Carl Urban.
Carl Urban, man. Yeah, so.
He was Judge Dredd, boy.
Yeah. Carl Urban, I mean, he's in The Boys, and he's in plenty of other projects. You guys know exactly who he is. He's in Priest. He's in
Oh, he was in Priest. I forgot about that.
He was the main. Yeah, he was one of the priests who became the head vampire. Yeah. I'm telling you, man.
He was in the Riddick movies.
You spike his hair up, and you let his he has facial hair. Spike his hair up. You put claws in that motherfucker.
A little bit of blood on his lip.
Just kind of make him get that serious face. I mean, who else?
Anybody that can play Judge Dredd. I'm going back to that. He killed it as Dredd. Killed it.
For sure.
Like Sylvester Stallone played him back in the 90s, but it just wasn't even close. Like Carl Urban blew that shit out of the water, bro. Didn't even take his helmet off. Didn't even take his helmet off, man.
Yeah, and we were talking a little bit. If not Wolverine, him as Sabretooth would be absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. Or Lobo.
Or Lobo.
Yeah, like.
I know Jason Momoa was gonna take that one. And I'm not opposed to that either.
But like Carl Urban's one of those comic book actors that's kind of slept on. Like when they cast him as Billy Butcher. Like, I'm a longtime reader of The Boys, and I was like, yeah, that's amazing.
Yep.
Because Huey in the comic book is based off of Simon Pegg, and that's why Simon Pegg plays his dad in the show. But that was a little weird for me. But Carl Urban as Billy Butcher, like I've never wanted to say cunt so much in my life.
Who you got next, bud?
Keanu Reeves as the Ghost Rider.
Yes, we were talking back and forth about this. Keanu Reeves.
It's between him or Norman Reedus.
And this is why I would say this. Watch John Wick, and this is what I would do. So as far as, like, hey, Kevin Feige, if you can hear me, listen closely. Take the brutalness from John Wick and how much his action scenes are and what he does, and put that into the spirit of vengeance.
Well, then Keanu Reeves actually owns a motorcycle company. Like,
I mean, come on, he do most of his
motorcycles.
Stunts. It would just be a perfect casting, in my opinion.
Well, he's one of our generation's best actors,
hands down.
Period.
Not even up for date.
Well, you know how partial I am to John Constantine, and I'm okay with him playing John Constantine, even know that he's not
visually accurate at all,
or even close to the character, or even like the same guy.
His iteration was just badass.
It was just good.
Yeah.
Like the new Constantine that they're dropping and all this stuff with Keanu Reeves pages and everything is called To Hell and Back. And I'm like, okay, I'm about it. Like Matt Ryan to me is the live action.
Matt Ryan gotta be Constantine. Just gotta happen.
Yeah, but if anybody else has to do it, I'll give it to Keanu. So we're gonna keep moving because we got a list. Brock Lesnar as Eddie Brock. It just the names match up and just like
it just meant to be, bro.
Well, like I remember back in the '90s, like that guy needs to be fucking Venom.
Right.
You just look at him in the ring and he's this huge blonde guy with a fucking flat top. That's fucking Eddie Brock.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like any casual Spider-Man reader knows that Venom is a big fucking deal. You know, he's a huge guy. And he's like one of the only threats to Spider-Man, really.
Well, besides Carnage, but that's still a descendant pretty much of him.
Well, and that comes later.
Right.
And that is Carnage is an
offspring. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
because the symbiotes are asexual; they just reproduce.
Yep.
Fusing
with the blood of the serial killer.
Cletus Cassidy. Which I think was the best fucking casting with fucking
Woody Harris?
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. Yeah, I can't disagree.
Dude.
The movie could have been better. And we'll have to do a video on that.
That goes down to the directors.
Yeah.
That goes down to the directors and the writers, but they had the
casting was perfect.
Yeah, they had a recipe for gold and they just kind of missed it. You know, both the movies had amazing scenes, but they could have been better.
Yeah.
All right, so next, Henry Cavill is Captain Britain. Bro. If
you look. If this isn't taken upon, like, if not this character in the MCU, then him as Sentry. Either or.
Yeah, that's actually what I was looking at right here.
Either or needs to happen. To me, I would love to see him as Captain Britain. It doesn't feel
Hyperion.
Or Hyperion, yes.
Yeah.
Either three. Obviously, he is from the UK, so I think just the Captain Britain thing would be absolutely cool. See some of that Excalibur stuff going on. His classic suit that obviously we get the MCU update, and it just looks so good on
the
him.
Union Jack across his chest.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we'd get to see a sick-ass fight between Captain America and Captain Britain.
Henry Cavill.
Chris Evans.
Or versus Chris Evans. Or Anthony Mackie.
Or Anthony Mackie.
Which I'm just fine for. Hey, I need you guys to understand something. And you guys ain't going to like me for saying this. Anthony Mackie is Captain America whether you like it or not.
Well, he is now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he is now.
Captain America is a title.
Exactly.
Steve Rogers
it was a mantle.
Was awesome. Don't get me wrong. He's never going to be Steve, but Steve is never going to be him either. So
yeah,
they are two different Captain Americas in retrospect, but you guys got to stop trying to disown him as Captain America. He's now Captain America. That just is what it is. Appreciate it. It's in the comics. It's not forced. It's not, made up to suit any agenda. It's what it is.
Yeah. So, well, my only input on that is I enjoyed Sam more as the Falcon. That's my only input on that. No hate. I just enjoyed Sam more as the Falcon because I thought the Falcon was a badass character.
Yeah, let's watch New World Order and then we'll see your opinion.
But he is Cap now. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Steve is the only one that gets the nickname Cap. Yeah. It's because he's Cap.
But Captain America.
Sam is Captain now. He's the Captain. Yeah. So my next one I have written down is Grant Gustinson as the Flash.
Which is a given to, I think, anybody.
I just I don't want anybody else to play him. I just don't. At least Barry.
Yeah, I agree. I think the way it was handled in the CW, despite the horrible CGI moments and things of those natures, just strictly talk about how he portrayed Barry Allen and the Flash, it was phenomenal.
Well, then
it was phenomenal.
Well, then you can think about Wally. And there's a whole myriad of people you can think about to play Wally. I would rather see Ezra Miller play Wally than Barry.
You know what? I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah, I would much rather see that. It just because they just physically, to the eye, fit it better.
Right.
And I realize that's kind of neither here nor there, but Ezra is oh, okay, that could be Wally. I'm cool with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't get behind. I'm just being honest. I can't get behind Ezra as Barry Allen. I didn't really like him in Justice League.
Well, personality wise too. Just personality wise.
I just think they could have done different casting as far as that goes.
Right. Other than Grant Gustinson, I can't think of too many people that I would like to see the Scarlet Speedster. There's people out there that I heard a while back, the guy that plays Eric in True Blood.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
We saw opposed to it.
Well, we saw an image of him as Aquaman earlier.
Yeah, so you're talking about the Skarsgård. Skarsgård, yep.
Because I only know Bill Skarsgård, the guy that plays Pennywise. And
his father's also the one who plays the scientist in Thor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's his father. His whole family is full of actors and models and actresses.
Okay. So then one that you came up with is Stone Cold Steve Austin as the Thing.
As the Thing, man.
It's clobbering.
Grimm.
Imagine it's clobbering time coming out of his mouth.
Come on, you guys. With a decent level of maturity as far as age goes, if the Fantastic Four was casted within a particular age group, I think it would be absolutely amazing to see Stone Cold Steve Austin as Ben Grimm.
Well, you know where we have to go next? Andrew Lincoln as Mr. Fantastic. You guys need to look up those fucking images,
bro.
Yeah, Andrew Lincoln.
I love John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. I love him. I think he's perfect casting. But after seeing Andrew Lincoln and just putting the two together and combining that image in my head, guys.
And so, for you guys out there, the uninitiated out there, Andrew Lincoln is Rick from The Walking Dead.
Right. Yep.
So, I when you first mentioned it, I was like, well, maybe, and then you showed me the images. I was like, yeah.
He looks straight, pretty comic book accurate, especially in the Ultimate Universe
with the beard. with the gray beard. You know what I mean? Like, Reed is like what, the Earth's greatest scientist or something.
Yep.
You know,
one of the biggest minds in the
for
Marvel.
something, just for something about that image, I was just like, yeah, dude, I need that.
It sits right. Yeah.
So, and then what do we got next? We got Anthony Starr as Doctor Doom.
Right. Anthony Starr.
This is the actor that plays Homelander in The Boys. He's a Kiwi. He's from New Zealand, and that's the only thing I've ever seen him in. So for me, it would just be hard to see him as anybody else. But I think it would. He's got the attitude, man.
I'm gonna branch off exactly. Yeah. So I'm gonna branch off exactly what you were saying. Him as Homelander. Homelander is very big on public image and smiling and look, I'm the hero, right? And so part of Dr. Doom's thing
he runs the country
is, he has to smile and wave to the cameras, right? He's part of the Seven, and also Dr. Doom doesn't run. This guy is part of the Seven, but Dr. Doom is the leader of Latveria. So I would like to see some of the whole turn on the smile,
the
wave
political
to his
part of it.
Yeah, wave to his people, the political part. Then when he walks away from the people and the camera turns to his face and gets more serious and you've seen how dark he can get as Homelander. Mm-hmm. So I would like to see that with Dr. Doom, because Dr. Doom and Homelander have particular things that are similar and
they have
a lot are different.
Very similar personality.
Yeah,
because they both believe that they're the best thing ever. Mm-hmm. They're right on some aspects. Because Dr. Doom is fucking Dr. Doom. Like
he's a fucking animal.
Well, if they truly ever bring Dr. Doom into the MCU, it's going to be a whole different thing. Like Thanos.
He needs to be his own villain.
Like Thanos and Kang the Conqueror to the side. Like Dr. Doom is just like he makes Tony look like he's a 12th grader. He just really does. Sure. Well, 12th grader is a senior, but still.
If this man graduated from every level.
Yeah. So my favorite one that I wrote down, if any of you Firefly fans out there, Nathan Fillion as Hal Jordan. He did his voice 4 times in the animated series.
Wasn't Booster Gold?
He also did Booster Gold.
Right.
Yeah, he also did Booster. He did the voices in Justice League. He did the voice of Booster Gold in Justice League Unlimited, and he did the voice of Hal in 2 of the movies. I think one's called Darkest Day. It just, if any of you guys out there are a fan of Nathan Fillion, he's just Captain Mal. And then when you see a fighter pilot that has the power of the Green Lantern ring and it has Captain Mal's voice, you're just like, yeah, thanks.
And then you also said Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, yeah. He would be John Edwards.
Yeah.
John Edwards all day.
Yep.
I would be the first one in line at the movie theater.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
If they dropped that with Idris Elba as Hal Jordan. Or not Hal Jordan, I'm sorry, John Edwards. Mm-hmm. I would be just all
and then just because these are some, I just remember. So we talked a little bit about Vin Diesel as Kilowog. Give him a little CGI, folks. I mean, come on.
Well, you can't do
the voice is,
that's just Kilowog. Either that or Clancy Brown, the guy that played the Kurgan in Highlander. He's done. I guarantee you fans out there have heard his voice and didn't realize you heard it. He did Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob.
Yep.
Like he's done like some of the. He was if you've ever seen Starship Troopers, he was Sergeant Zim. Just one of the most iconic, large, deep voices. Like right up there with Ron Perlman, which I gotta say, Ron Perlman was the ideal casting for Hellboy. The voice just fits it.
You know what? I also I just remembered we had talked about a little bit too. Is for Booster Gold. I said I would really like Zac Efron.
Yes.
Like I think right now, I think his hair is dyed blonde. I think he did that at one point. Whatever. If you dye his hair blonde, he's a perfect casting.
Yeah, I do. I would love that. Like, Booster Gold is such an obscure character. You could get like basically anybody, but Zac Efron I think would bring a nice flavor to it.
And I can see him interacting with the kid who is currently casted as Blue Beetle.
Exactly.
And I can see because if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Booster is a little bit older than Blue Beetle.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But they're best friends.
Best friends, but he is a pinch holder, and I do see that working.
Yeah,
I do see that working because Booster kind of has a little big bro.
The thing is like, you know, we recently dropped an episode on time travel. Booster Gold is the time travel superhero.
For sure.
And he's basically got his own quote unquote bat cave. I forget what it's called. It's called it's got some like neat name, but it has to do with time travel.
Right.
But Booster's whole thing is stopping anomalies in time.
Yep.
You know, his whole thing is like going back and like, okay, this shouldn't have happened. Let's go fix that. And that's why the Justice League thinks that he's like this B-level hero, because he goes back and fixes things before they fucking happen, and then never has the chance.
Right. They don't see what actually happens, and they don't give them the recognition.
They don't realize that Booster is half the reason that they're fucking still alive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that'd be great. So one that you gave me was Jason Statham as Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Dude, it'd be so good.
Yes.
If he would just have to drop the British accent.
Yeah, more of an English, like,
New Yorker accent.
Yeah, more of a New Yorker accent.
Well, and that's another voice that Clancy Brown did, was that he was Lex Luthor in the Superman animated series.
But I think the body type, as far as Jason Statham goes, is very Lex Luthor. He's bald. He's very strong.
He's big too. He's a big guy.
I watched the movie Wrath of Men. You guys should all go
Wrath
watch
of Men.
And he's very powerful in that, and I think that reminds me a little bit of the twisted, secretive but not secretive strength of Lex Luthor.
Yeah, that secret genius.
Yeah.
So, and then one that I got excited about when you brought it up to me was Tom Holland as fucking Dick Grayson. Like, what?
Yeah, come on, bro.
Yeah, it would kill.
Yeah, and obviously this would be a more stern tone. He wouldn't be playing the whimsical Spider-Man, or just because he wouldn't be as giddy. He'd be a little bit more serious. Mm-hmm. Which I've seen him play roles that he's more serious. He has a movie. It's actually based off a true story of a guy who used to rob banks and do drugs and stuff like that. Watch that movie, and he's definitely a little bit more serious tone in that. And I think he can dig a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
Darker.
Well, and he's got the physical ability too.
Well, he quite literally can do acrobats. You know that, right? The actor does flips, and so I can see that being just such a good fit as far as
Well, I think he could take on the personality really well, and just switch off from being Peter and just go be Dick for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Two slang words for penis, but
he's destined for greatness.
This is one that you came up with that I really liked. Caleb McLaughlin for Steel.
No, Caleb McLaughlin was for
Static, right? Static. So it was Michael Coulter that you thought it for Steel.
Michael Coulter was for Steel.
Coulter's for Steel. That's the actor that played Luke Cage.
Correct.
Yeah, I know.
Correct. Yeah. So the actor who plays Luke Cage, I would love to see him as Steel.
Yeah, and Caleb McLaughlin is an actor I'm not too familiar with.
He's in the Stranger Things.
Yeah, I've never watched Stranger Things.
And he's a phenomenal actor. I think he plays the character Lucas. If I'm not mistaken, his name is Lucas.
You showed me a couple pictures of him, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. I think that'd be just great. I would love to see him as Static Shock.
Well, like Michael Coulter as Steel, I think would be gold. Dude. Put him on the same screen as Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
dude,
for sure.
Come on.
Because the build and just the face, everything. He would scream Steel.
He had Zood's strength.
Absolutely.
And that's what Steel is. Like Steel is a man. In the comic books, I forget, Jeremy Irons, I think is his name, something like that. But Superman saves him. And then he's like, I've decided I need to be a hero too. Yep. And he's a scientist, so he makes a suit.
Yeah.
And then he's got
inspired by the strength of Superman.
And he's got a hammer that's fucking rocket propelled, bro.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. Like in the comics and the cartoons, it's so cool when he swings it. Like rocket boosters come out of it when he swings it. It's boom.
It'd be cool to see him back Superman up and stuff like that.
I'm saying.
Yeah, man. That'd be fucking crazy.
And I think the best one that we came across, Willem Dafoe is the Joker.
Guys,
dude, why, how, and when isn't why is that not a thing? You know.
And don't get me wrong,
Even
I
Willem
love
Dafoe was
Joaquin
talked about.
Phoenix. I
Even-
love Joaquin Phoenix. I do. But Willem Dafoe as Joker, just
Like, come on, come on now. It's like the guy was born to play the character.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, like think about his performance as Goblin. You know, and Joker and Goblin are very similar, just in their archetype.
For sure.
You know, but yeah, dude, hand that mantle over to Willem Dafoe. Let him be opposite Robert Pattinson.
That'd be intense, bro.
Dude, you know, I think the Pattinson universe has got a lot of potential.
For sure.
You know,
the whole Gotham is darker.
Yeah, you know, I think they need to keep Colin Farrell as the Penguin. You know, I forget homeboy's name that played the Riddler.
Killed that shit. It was like a combination between Hush and Riddler, but absolutely killed.
Who do you think? Yeah, I thought it was Hush the whole time. You know, I mean, that's Hush's costume, and in the comic books, Hush is Edward Nygma. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's the same guy.
Yeah.
You know, like so they well, and there's like some variations, like some alternate universe shit. Where
Well, I think you know, DC and Marvel have a tendency of grabbing two characters and kind of combining them. You know, and it works out if it works out with the storylines.
So we got two left, and I think both of them are pretty phenomenal. Jeffrey Dean Morgan from The Walking Dead played Negan as Thomas Wayne.
Yeah.
Flashpoint Batman. Dude, that would just...
It just needs to happen.
Well, and there's so much fan art of him in that costume.
No, it just needs to happen, absolutely.
Yeah, and then Lauren, I forget the name, Lauren... Whatever, she played Maggie in Walking Dead. She also played Martha Wayne because Jeffrey Dean Morgan did play Thomas Wayne.
Right, yeah.
You
And
know?
Affleck, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just perfect. It's just, you know, they're both Walking Dead actors. We've talked about, 3 Walking Dead actors now?
Yeah,
Four.
absolutely. Yeah.
Four. We've talked about 4 Walking Dead actors now. I just think that would be amazing because he just he exudes Thomas Wayne. He just does.
Yeah. Very, he's brutal.
Get the red eyes and the red eyes.
He's a tough guy, you know.
You get the red eyes and like the scruffy beard underneath the mask with like the slightly different bat emblem and like the pointy shoulders. Like hell yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So this one just made me smile, man. Oprah as Amanda Waller. That just made me smile, man. Like, you all get chips in your neck.
She looks phenomenal in the concept art, and we couldn't agree more. I think she would do a bomb-ass job. As being Amanda Waller.
The actress has been in Suicide Squad, and
she's done great. Don't get me wrong.
She's great. Yeah, she's in Peacemaker. She's and I'm a DC guy. Like 99%.
She's also in Black Adam.
She is in Black Adam. That's right. But yeah, it's like Oprah would just bring this extra sense of like, because Amanda Waller, she conveys power, and then Oprah is the epitome of power.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I mean? She's been around since I was like 5. Mm-hmm. You know, so yeah, I like that. You know, we had a lot of other ideas, a lot of other ones that we threw around.
I remember one more.
Go ahead.
I remember one more. So, for those who don't know, there's a kid named Jacob Lattimore, and he is a singer, and he was also in the last, what was it? The last Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie.
Leatherface.
Leatherface, yeah. So, it was in the Netflix Leatherface movie that just came out literally last year.
Yeah.
He was in it. He would do phenomenal as Miles Morales.
I like it. I like it.
I think Miles Morales would be really cool for him. He learned Spanish and kind of embodied the Puerto Rican side of that. But I think just the look, and I think just he's very young, athletic.
I can picture it now.
With the suit, I just think it work.
So you made me think of one more that we talked about it, but Liam Hemsworth is Cyclops.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, give it to me.
Yeah. Give me my. I'll give you my money.
Your brother gets to be Thor, and you get to be Cyclops. Like, come on.
I think it'd be perfect.
So that's like our fan pick list, like for our favorite stuff. Like we came across a lot that we didn't write down, but we only for that list we only brainstormed for a short amount of time. Like that would be huge.
Yeah, about less than an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys have any suggestions or things that you guys would have casted or don't agree on or do agree on,
Tell us.
Reach out to us. We have discussed about our Facebook. You guys aren't showing enough love, man.
We got Ronnie
show some
Henley.
love.
Ronnie Henley, brother, I love you, man.
Thank you for showing love.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I can't wait to meet you in person.
Yeah.
All you guys, thank you guys for reaching out. We did get some love, and we appreciate every bit of it.
Yeah, and like we said on our last episode, there's a little bit of hiatus, but we're still DIY, like we always say.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're here, guys, and we're just gonna keep putting them out, and we love you guys when you hit the play button. You know what I mean? We see those numbers when you hit that play button, and we appreciate it.
So thank you guys for tuning in. Like we always say, our page, our account, our platform is your platform.
Yeah, and feel free, man. We're always looking for input and compliments, or not compliments. Oh yeah, we like compliments, but we like show ideas.
For sure, yeah. And we got some good stuff coming. I promise you guys, it's going to be worth the wait.
Yeah, we're going to have video before too much longer.
Yep.
John Layman. Yeah, so we've been talking about John Layman for months, but,
Since episode 1, we've been talking about it.
Yeah.
But we will be truly enforcing at least a date. And establishing a date and stuff.
Basically, us two nerds just keep reaching out to him, being like, hey, man, you still want to do it? And he's just, each time he's like, just tell me when, guys.
Yeah.
He's
been awesome. First of all, he's been pleasant and awesome to deal with. Just crazy stuff, life stuff. And we're just trying to get to the point where we can just sit a day, and it will be happening.
And it still blows my mind to this day that you guys enjoy our conversations, because that's ultimately what you're tuning into. Sure. And thank you. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we love you guys, man.
Yeah,
Stay safe.
We got kind of a list. We're not quite sure what the next one's going to be, but that it's going to be a surprise.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay safe. Everybody stay healthy. Appreciate what you guys got in front of you. I am going to challenge all of you to say one positive thing to people who are not so positive. That's my homework for all of you.
There you go.
All right. So, Comic Crook fam, we love you.
Yeah, boys and girls, we will see you next time.
And that's it.